My life, like many of yours, is filled with lots of wonderful things to include working, writing, creating, gardening, exercising, and cooking. Yes, cooking. I'm on a mission to change the way we see, experience, and relate to food. The concept of Sankofa reminds us to go back and fetch what was essential for maintaining a quality and wholesome lifestyle and apply it to modern day practices. So, would you like to join me at the table? Family, this is part 2 of my birthday celebration here in St. Augustine Beach, Florida. Had to check in the hotel and run over to the beach, of course, to beat the rain and catch a little bit of the sunset if not too late. Welcome back to my Sankofa table. I am your host, Tia Capers, and on this program, we focus all things health and wellness. Today, I'm getting my wellness in here at the beautiful St. Augustine Beach in Florida. I'm here celebrating my birthday still. I was in Orlando for the last couple of days, attending my family reunion on my dad's side. Shout out to the Graham and Washington families. So I'm just here taking it all in. So if that's something you're interested in, then stay tuned, stick around, and when I come back, I'll share a tour of the beach and my travels in Florida with you. So stick around. Thanks. Part of settling into the room is sanitizing everything and adding my linen on top of the hotel linen because y'all know we don't want monkeypox or anything else lurking out there. And shout out to my Aunt Ola for that tip. Family, so more hotel hot plate shenanigans. I have some leftover bean burgers that I cooked before I started my road trip. I just cooked a batch of them and just have been refrigerating them and eating them here and there. And I'm cooking some onions and peppers. I'm toasting my spelt bread for my burger. And I have some plantains and I have some fresh kale from the garden. So this will be dinner tonight, bean burgers and plantains, so stay tuned. As you can see, my plantains are just about done. Then I'm going to take that same heat, I'm going to put them on the plate over here, take that same heat left over in the pan and warm up my leftover bean burgers and then start plating my sandwich or my dinner. Welcome back to my Sankofa table. This is Tia, still in St. Augustine. Right now, I'm in the sauna because I felt like I needed to get a good sweat. This is good to sweat it out sometimes, y'all. Let your pores be free from all the toxins and all the stuff we take in on a day-to-day basis. So excuse me while I take a sauna break. While visiting any beach, my everyday regimen is to run over to the beach to try to catch the sunrise, and then in the evening go back to watch the sunset. After taking it all in, breeze, water, sunrise, everything, it's time to head back over to the hotel to figure out what I'm going to have for breakfast and to figure out how I will spend the rest of my day before catching the sunset. Because St. Augustine, Florida is packed with a lot of historical facts, today would be a really good day to go over to visit some of the forts. And Fort Mose is top on my list. But first, a little fun in the sand and sun.
Hi, I'm Denise Clark, co-owner of D&P Cupcakery. When you're in Charlotte or in the North Carolina surrounding areas, tune into my Sankofa table. Tia Capers is the best. She will teach you all you need to know about vegan and veganism. Have a great day.
On to the historical Fort Mose. According to the Fort Mose Historical Society, over 300 years ago, courageous Africans or enslaved Africans escaped from enslavement in the British colonies and fled south on foot to the Spanish St. Augustine. They crossed tropical forests along the way, and they sought assistance from the natives, thus creating the first underground railroad. Not all of them survived, but those who did reach St. Augustine, Florida, were granted asylum by the Spanish government. In exchange for freedom, they had to convert to Catholicism, and the men had to join the military service. Unfortunately, what's left of the fort today lies under water. On to Chipotle to get a veggie bowl for lunch. Next stop, back to the beach to, you guessed it, catch the sunset. One of my favorite things to do. I'm still here at St. Augustine Beach celebrating my birthday, and I thought I might share with you guys what do I have in my beach bag. Well, here it is. I have some apple chips. I have some chickpea snacks with sea salt, and I have spring water, no doubt. So that's what I have in my beach bag. Never leave home without your healthy snacks. Yep, another day, another sunrise. Today's tourist spots will include Castillo de San Marco Fort and probably the old jail and the old town center and places like that. I'm definitely planning on making it by the Zora Neale Hurston Memorial Park here in St. Augustine, Florida. She lived here off and on in the 1920s, 30s, and 40s, and she's most famously known for her masterpiece written in 1937 titled Their Eyes Were Watching God. Welcome back to my Sankofa table. I'm your host, Tia Capers. Okay, family, so what I was attempting to say before I was rudely interrupted by all of the wind and noise in the background is that I'm here at the Castillo de San Marco fort, which is, I guess, Spanish for St. Mark's Castle. It happens to be the oldest masonry fort in the continental United States, and it's located right here in St. Augustine. Although it was built in part by enslaved black people owned by the Spanish, the fort later served as one of the first entry points of fugitive enslaved people from the British North America into Spanish Florida, and they were later freed by the colonial authorities. Next stop, Old Town of St. Augustine, located in the historical area. Here you can take a trolley tour and just kind of visit all of the historical areas and things in St. Augustine. With nearly 500 years of history, being the oldest city in the United States, there's so much to see. Over here in the Old Town area, there's a jail, there's a school, there are museums, there are shops, there's a winery, there's a church, the oldest house. There's also, it's also near the Fountain of Youth. By the time I arrived, everything was pretty much closed, so all I could do is just walk around, take a few pictures, and that's it. Family, I am in here trying to whip up something real quick on this back burner. Back here, I have some black beans. I'm going to turn these down. I put some onions and peppers in there and some seasoning. And these are out of the can, so as you know, they're pretty much done. I'm going to cover those. And then over here to the side, I have some onions and peppers and mushrooms for now. To that, I'm going to add some wild rice and spinach. So this will be dinner. Had a full day today of Going over to the beach to watch the sunrise. Came back and sat out on the balcony for a little bit and went back over to the beach and just hung out for a bit. Came back in, took a shower, got freshened up, and went over to the Castillo de San Marco, I believe it is, the fort. So that's what I did. So it's been a long day. Now I'm back cooking because guess what? Can't find anything to eat out and about that won't make my head or stomach hurt, but it's okay. So be right back as I add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so here we go with the spinach. I don't know if there's a recall on the spinach in this area. I couldn't find it fresh, so I just bought some frozen. Still gonna be good. No big deal. So I have frozen spinach in here. And then last I'm going to add the wild rice. I may have to add a little bit of water. May have to add a little bit of water to this. But in a matter of minutes my dinner will be done. So stay tuned. So I've added a little bit of water, and I needed to do it anyway because now I'm adding that pre-packaged wild rice I always talk about. And it does call for like a tablespoon or two of water just to heat it up. It's already kind of pre-cooked, and I swear this makes the best addition to a meal when you're traveling because it's already done. So it's just a matter of putting it in there, stirring it up, giving it a taste. And I have some cherry tomatoes here. I'm going to toss them with some parsley. I have some sea salt on there and a little bit of olive oil, so I'll eat that on the side. So this is my one pot meal here with the side of black beans that I just guess I'll go ahead and turn those off. And turn those all the way off. Alright, so I'll just keep stirring in my wild rice and be getting myself ready to eat some dinner. And this took probably 10 minutes, 15 at the most. Not long at all. Probably took me more time to cut up the onions and peppers than anything. So again, I'm in the hotel in St. Augustine Beach, Florida, and I'm in my little corner, my little makeshift kitchen here. I'll give you guys an idea of what it looks like. So this is actually in the bathroom where they have the coffee maker, and here I have all of my utensils from home that I just threw in a bag. I just washed a few dishes that I had earlier. I have some water for adding while I'm cooking. I have my oils in the back there, and I swear y'all, here's my makeshift dish pan over here. I have the collapsible dish pan. I have my strainer where I washed off the mushrooms and the tomatoes. And again, I'm just in the corner in the bathroom. I'm just in here working it out, y'all. So a lot of times you don't need the space you think you need to make it do what it do. So anywho, stay tuned. Thanks. Family, the meal is all done in a matter of minutes. I have my mixture of onions, peppers, and mushrooms and spinach, and then I have my little cherry tomatoes on the side, and then I have my black beans with some onions and peppers, and that's dinner for tonight. So I'll be sitting on the balcony listening to the breeze and enjoying my 15-minute meal, healthy meal that is.
Another day, another sunrise, and seashell collecting.
Hey family, I'm still in St. Augustine, Florida, soaking up the sun. It's a little bit after 9, but I went over to the beach already this morning, came back, working on my breakfast. So I'm cooking some spelt pancakes with blueberries, and I'm just about done, y'all. Right here I have my spelt flour, I have my agave, I have my blueberries from Nebediah Farm, so shout out to them. And I have my sparkling spring water. And I believe I cooked these before, or maybe I made a waffle, but it's the same batter on an older episode. So if you haven't seen it, go back and watch that. But yeah, I'm just working it out and cooking some pancakes. Didn't really feel like cereal this morning, so this is another option. Hotel hot plate shenanigans in full motion in St. Augustine Beach in my hotel. So stay tuned for the final results. Thank you. So I did bring some of my homemade jam jelly that I made with the blueberries from Nebadiah Farm with me. I'm just heating them up to top over my pancakes. I'm going to add a little bit of water to thin them out, just a little bit. And yeah, so basically I like to do this so that I can stay in control of what I put in my body. First of all, I don't want to go to a restaurant and people have bad attitudes and that kind of thing. And plus I don't want to have to compromise what I'm eating either, because sometimes I get headaches or I get a stomach ache if I eat something that my body's no longer used to eating. So the hotel hot plate shenanigans is not for everybody, but it works out for me. It takes me just a matter of minutes to whip up something good and healthy in my hotel room, not having to spend my vacation standing in a long line or sitting at a restaurant table waiting for somebody with having a bad day to come wait on me and paying an arm and a leg. Right here I get control, pack my stuff before I go. Whatever I don't pack, I can run to the nearest grocery store to pick up. So this is just an option. May not be for you, but if you dare, give it a try. You just might like it. And here it is, family. I've plated up the pancakes. I've put a little bit of the blueberry syrup, if you will, on top, and a little bit of agave and some fresh fruit, and I made a little fruit salad. So I bought a mango, not a Florida mango, so it's a little tart, but it's okay, and some strawberries and blueberries and some coconut. So here it is, breakfast for two, all set to go. I'm ready. And I'm gonna eat my breakfast. So if y'all don't mind, excuse me, and I'll be back, check back in with you all later.
And just what the moment ordered, a beautiful breakfast on the balcony in the bright Florida sunshine. Up next, a conversation between two fellow vegans.
Welcome back to my Sankofa table. This is Tia Capers. I am here with Lauren McKinney. She's a fellow vegan, and I'm here in the beautiful St. Augustine, Florida, and I just happened to run into a fellow vegan. So I'm always interested to talk to people who are also interested in health and wellness. So Lauren, welcome to my Sankofa table.
Thank you. Blessing.
Thank you. Just want to take a few minutes to get to know you. So I understand that you're a vegan. So how long have you been vegan?
I've been vegan going on 12 years now.
12 years, wow. Yep. What inspired you?
It's funny, I went vegan overnight. I was laying in my bed. I literally had 2 ribeye steaks marinating in the fridge. Mm-hmm. And you know that millisecond when you wake up in the morning before you really get your thoughts going?
Okay.
I distinctly heard a message that said, you need to stop eating meat today.
Wow.
And I didn't question it. Yeah. I just went with it.
Okay.
And one day turned into 2, and then I started educating myself, then 2 into 3 months, and now here we are almost 12 years later. And it's been the best thing ever. Best decision ever made.
Nice. Well, I'm almost 6 years in, and I too went cold turkey. I don't always advise people, because if you're not ready here, you're not going to make it.
Right.
So if you're ready here, you've done your research and you've really made your mind up, it's not as bad as people think. So to hear another person who did cold turkey, I think we can relate to each other.
Right, yeah.
Nice.
I agree. I always say everybody has their own journey, so just listen to that inner voice. I don't advise it like you for everybody.
Right, yes.
But it was obviously our path,
right.
For whatever reason. I honestly think it saved my life. I feel like...
Did you have some health challenges?
I had a lot of health challenges.
Okay.
Of course, the standard American diet provides us with a plethora of everything from high blood sugars to... my challenge was always high blood pressure.
Okay.
Just achy joints, plantar fasciitis, seasonal allergies, PMS, you name it. And within a week, I'd say almost 70% of that had resolved.
Wow. Same with me. I didn't have high blood pressure, but the PMS, the cramping, no cramps. It just stopped. I lost a lot of weight.
Oh, I lost 35 pounds.
I lost about 25 to 30 pounds easily without even trying.
Right.
So much so that I'm like, I'm about to wither away. I got to eat healthy fats to keep the weight on. But now I'm kind of leveled off. So it's a good feeling. And so now, as a result of you becoming a vegan, have you been able to encourage and inspire others?
Oh my gosh! So immediately, folks they started noticing the difference. what are you doing? What's going on? You know, what is this? And I'm like, this is not a fad diet or anything. This was a lifestyle change, right? Because I wanted the long-term benefits of eating this way. This wasn't just going to be for 3 weeks or 2 weeks. So I literally started a Facebook page to start sharing recipes with my mom.
Okay.
And it went nuts. And so I had over 15,000 followers. And I'm like, well, let's go.
Man, nice.
And then, you know, so
wait, you said Facebook?
I'm on Facebook,
and Instagram?
Facebook, Instagram, all the
how
social media sites.
How can we find you? Like, go under...
Yeah, my favorite site, I know, maybe not supposed to have your favorite, but I love Instagram.
Okay.
I love doing stories and reels. It's just so fun.
I'm getting used to the stories and the reels, but I love posting, you know, meal inspiration.
And it's so quick and easy.
Yes.
Facebook, I take my time more and go more in depth and put a whole recipe.
Yeah, I will too. I'll go a little bit because I have my Sankofa table Facebook group. And
you have a group?
I have a group. We have about a little over 500 people in the group. So I try to post healthy things, you know, to keep people inspired, encouraged, motivated to make healthier choices. I'm not trying to convert anybody to veganism, but, you know, we can all make small changes in our lives to bring about big differences.
Agreed. And it's so nice to, you know, share that energy with someone who's on that path, because there's so much around us that kind of fights against that. And so when you're plugged in with someone else, it just makes it so much easier.
Yes. Feeling less weird. I get funny looks and stares when I pull up to hotels with my hot plate and my skillet, but it's okay because then I don't have to worry about a stomach ache or headache, because just like you said before, it is a lifestyle. I mean, you do have to really be intentional about what you're eating. You know, if you're traveling or if you're at home or if you're going to other people's homes or other people's events, you really have to think about what it is I'm getting ready to do and try to plan and prepare ahead of time so that you're not inconvenienced or you don't suffer, you know, or you don't feel challenged in any way. You've already thought it out, you've already planned for it, and it's just time to execute.
Agree. That's the one thing I'd say, I have to agree with you, that's so important, is being, I think you used the word intentional. It's every day, you know, and we invest in this. We invest in this lifestyle, and the results and the outcome is just, it makes it so worth it.
It does.
But I'm with you. I traveled with the Vitamix. Funny thing, I was an event planner, a corporate event planner for over 20 years, and I used to have to plan menus for these large events. So when I went vegan, they got real scared.
Oh man, like here she comes with all the salad and all the vegetables.
No. It's like, who's gonna tell her? And I was like, I got you. I said I ate that way for 47 years. You know, I understand. You know, not everybody is, you know, wants to just jump into this. This is my choice, my preference, and so we get real creative, don't we?
Yeah, we
can work around. This is what you've got. Okay, I'm going to pull from this and that and that, and but you know.
Because sometimes when I'm looking for inspiration, because a lot of times I'm what you call an alkaline vegan, so I don't eat all. I don't eat all fruits and vegetables, nuts and grains. So sometimes I have to try to find a way to fix the same thing differently. So I'll go to the local spice shop and try to find a way to flavor it differently. You know, go on Pinterest or go on some of the other websites or apps to try to get ideas. And even if I don't follow the recipe to the T, at least I have an idea. I can mix it up according to what I eat.
Have you been alkaline vegan since day one, or is that something you? Oh, really?
Yeah, since day one. That's what inspired me, Dr. Sadie. When he passed away, I was scrolling through Facebook and I'm like, who is this man that everybody's saying rest in peace? And I started looking him up. I kind of heard about him years ago with the whole beating the AIDS case, you know, in New York. But it kind of was out of sight, out of mind. So he wasn't a total stranger, but I just didn't know enough about it. But when I started, you know, investigating and researching and listening to what he was saying, it resonated with me. And I thought, you know, for so many years, you know, decades, even centuries maybe, we've been told to eat a certain way, but capitalism has a lot to do with that. And now we have all the chemicals and we have all the extra stuff in the food, and I was like, well, this sounds more like the truth to me. I'm going with this. That's going to be my story, and I'm going to stick with it.
I love it.
And so every now and then I may eat stuff like green beans or Brussels sprouts here and there, but it's not a part of my daily regimen. And, you know, so I would say I'm about 98% alkaline vegan.
Got it.
Yeah, most days. So, but, beautiful. You know, it's a good thing. It's a good journey. But I still encourage people, even if you're not alkaline vegan, still find ways to cut out, cut back, and substitute right where you are.
Right where you are. Exactly.
Doesn't have to be veganism, you know, but, you know, at least try to make healthier decisions, you know, for your lifestyle.
You know, I think folks don't know how good they can really feel because they felt bad for so long.
Right.
That becomes the norm.
Yes.
And when we make those adjustments and you start to actually feel how your body's supposed to work and operate, it's absolutely incredible.
And it heightens all your senses.
Oh my goodness.
You can smell everything. Your taste is
Oh my
different.
goodness, I'm about to run. You know, when I get excited, I run.
Don't run. Stay right here. We're going to wrap up. But I am so thankful to talk to a fellow vegan.
It's
so
been a
this
pleasure.
feels really good. And I hope we'll keep in touch.
Yes, absolutely.
And I encourage all of you to follow.
And actually on Instagram, by the way, I'm Vegan Radiance.
Vegan Radiance.
It's called Vegan Radiance.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm a vegan chef. I excel in doing online cooking programs for corporate, private.
Nice.
That's what I love to do.
Okay,
Is get in the kitchen and take you from square one to wherever you want to go.
Wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
Wow, that's nice. Great. So a vegan chef. So you do mostly corporate.
Well, I do all kinds. I partner with.
Okay.
I'm partnered with celebrity chef Lauren Vanderpool.
Oh, nice. I
And
follow her.
Do you follow? Okay.
Yes.
And I teach some of her classes for her 21-day Eat Yourself Sexy
Yes,
Journey.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's wonderful.
Yeah, her
and
food looks amazing.
Yeah, she's just so much
Just like
fun.
her, I like to eat with my eyes.
Yes.
So I like to have colorful. I
food
like to have
artist.
beautiful. I like to even a pretty plate to eat on.
Right.
So when I'm treating myself to a nice meal, I'm treating myself
I
to a nice
love
meal.
it.
Yeah, and it just makes it all worth it. So.
That's great.
Well, cool beans. Well, so nice to talk to
Thank you.
We'll be looking out for you on Instagram and Facebook and any other spaces.
All right.
So, guys, stay tuned. We'll have more of St. Augustine. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
for
Queen.
taking the time to
Appreciate
speak
it.
with us and educate us on what we do to stay, I guess, amazing. Great work. Thank you. Bye. And family, as I am approaching the end of my little birthday vacation, I am coming up on my last sunset in St. Augustine Beach, Florida. So it's bittersweet, but I am so thankful that I got a chance to take in all the healing properties that the beach and the water and the whole nature of it all has to offer. With all of the fun in the sun, I can surely say that I got my share of vitamin D and a little tan to go with it.
Family, I am still out here enjoying St. Augustine Beach, Florida. And how about a little Sankofa on the rocks? Or, well, I wish I had something cool to drink. I'm down here in the rocky area. I got the water behind me. I have the pier right here, and it's a beautiful summer day. But at any rate, I'm still enjoying the beach. This is my last day here. Thank you guys for sticking around, and excuse me while I just take a chill pill.
On the ride back home, I am at the mercy of the streets when it comes to eating, so here goes. Salty collards and plantains and grilled zucchini. And unfortunately, I did suffer a stomachache.